Hi everybody, my name is Robin and welcome to my channel Bird's Eye Stitches. This is a channel about cross stitch, so if you are new here, then welcome. I hope you are here because you have a love of cross stitch like I do. And if you are returning, then still welcome. You are clearly here because you have a love of cross stitch like I do. So today is Sunday. It is November 12th. November 12th. Not sure how that happened, but basically it happened one day at a time. So it has been a while since I have filmed, which is okay. I just know that I have found myself over the last few weeks really missing like stitching and communicating with you guys and filming and the routine that filming brings to my stitch life. I've definitely been missing that. So I've been getting back into it and have all kinds of stuff to share. So we'll jump right into it. Today's video, it might be a long one. Some of you guys really love long videos. I love long videos. I love short videos. I love all the videos. But so this one might be kind of long, just to warn you. We'll see. Maybe, maybe not. I've got the stuff I've been stitching on because while I have not been filming, I have been stitching. And I cannot guarantee by any means, well, I already know that this is not everything I've been stitching on over the last couple months. But, you know, if you're not actively filming, then when you stitch, you're not putting it aside properly and logging it and all of that. So instead of stressing about what did I show you already, what have I been stitching on, I figured if I do that, I will never get my butt in the seat, which means I will not be filming with you. So I pulled the stuff that I have been working on recently. I have that. I have Magazine Monthly Challenge updates, plans for that group for the month, so we'll go over that. I have haul, like a lot of haul. Oh my gosh, a lot of haul. Check this out. This is a box. This is a box of haul. I've been putting all of my purchases in the box, so we'll go over that. We'll make it kind of fun. I mean, I am one of the ones who loves to watch haul, so I could watch other people's purchases all day long and not get bored, but not everybody does that. So we will try to make this fun because a lot of the stuff in this box relates to some of my very near plans for 2024, which is literally a couple months away. So we'll go over that. Life, I got life updates, all kinds of stuff. So we'll jump right in. A little bit of, I guess, housekeeping from the last video. So my last video, if we rewind however long ago that was, I did a giveaway for the Adventure Sampler. It was the chart. It goes to this. This is still not framed. Yeah, I know. We'll hope to change that by the next video. Yeah. So we had the chart for this. And then I had some leftover silk flosses and I was just going to give all of that away in a set. So I can't pull a winner because my internet is being a little bit wonky. And so by the time this gets posted, obviously my internet will be back to normal, which means I can go and do the random comment generator to pick a winner. I'm actually going to go on my last video and I will tag the winner for that in my last video. And then I'll announce it on the next one also. So I don't normally tag winners because I just think sometimes that's how you get spammers and whatnot, and I like people to come back and watch. But it's been so long that I can't expect anyone who signed up for a giveaway to remember to watch this video now. So whoever is the winner of that, I will get you tagged and we'll get that sent off. But I just don't know who you are yet, so we'll find out. Okay. So, current stuff. I think the easiest way to do this is to go over the acrostic for the Magazine Monthly Challenge and show what I've been stitching on from the acrostic and then whatever else happens to be in this pile over here. So for the month of November in the Magazine Monthly Challenge, which is a Facebook group that I run with my friend Carolyn Stitch, we have every month, we have the acrostic and the theme. So the theme for this month is mountains, and the acrostic, I think it's fox. or for the super challengers, you can do raccoon. And I'm doing raccoon because I had quite a few pieces that I wanted to work on this month. Or I wanted to get bigger blocks of stitching in this month. So I'm doing the theme of mountains and the acrostic raccoon. So for my theme piece, I am stitching, trying to pick this up here. I am stitching on Christmas Fawn. It is a ornament from Satsuma Street. Looks like this, eventually. So I actually got this ornament. This was a free item at Stitch West. So one of the things that occurred over the last couple of months or so is I attended Stitch West, which was amazing. I should have done a recap video right away. It was truly my intention to do exactly that because I met some amazing people. My table was fantastic. Everyone was kind, as always, like every Stitch retreat. But I did not film right away. And so I remember certain details that I'll be sharing as we go, but it's not gonna be a true recap like what I would normally expect from a retreat. So I'll sprinkle some good information in along the way, but I don't know, my brain is old now. I can't remember things. It's crazy. But I do remember this. So Jody Rice was actually one of the people who, she did a presentation at Stitch West. She gave us this beautiful Christmas fawn. She also had a table set up. So you will see in this big old box of haul that I picked up quite a few things from her because it's one thing to see these in this photo, right? But she actually had true, like she had these things stitched up and she had them on display and they're just gorgeous. Her use of color to me, like I would never think to match like dark pink, like maybe not in this one, right? But she'll mix like pinks and reds and oranges together, which for me are not really colors that I generally mesh, right? Because they sometimes compete, but somehow she does it and they're gorgeous. So when you see it in real life, you gotta have them. So anyway, so I started this on my flight back from Stitch West. I actually flew because Stitch West is in Utah and I'm in Arizona, and the tickets were less expensive than the gas to get there. So I flew, which means I got to stitch. Now, I will tell you, when I was stitching on the plane, I did a terrible job, and well, this is where I'm at. I'm here. So I've gotten pretty far because I did 4 hours on this guy for my theme piece, but some of that time was spent frogging the head. So on the flight back, I stitched most of the body. I didn't have the white done, but I did most of like the pink and a good chunk of the body. Then I had stitched, because I tried to do all of the pink, this light pink color. So I stitched the whole body of light pink, and then I went into the neck and up into the head. And when I went from the body to the head, I don't know what I did, but somehow I skipped the neck. Like there was a neck, but it wasn't nearly long enough to incorporate this adorable little collar. And the head was all like this. It was like to the side. And you know I hate to frog. However, there was nothing I could do to save it. It would have been a crooked head with no collar. So I took out all the pink of the face. I'd also done the purple. There's a light purple in here. I took all of that out and I restitched the whole neck properly into the head. So this is now accurate. I did my 4 hours and we now have the body, which just needs a smidge of back stitch. There is some sequins and beads throughout here that need to be finished, like on the collar and around the face. And then I just have the rest of the little party hat, which my daughter pointed out because I didn't notice, but my daughter pointed out it is a Christmas tree party hat. So I need to finish the Christmas tree and add all of that. So this is this on my acrostic anymore? This is not on my acrostic anymore, but I'm gonna leave him out because he's one that's easy to stitch on while I'm watching a TV show or something along those lines. And I really wanna get this guy finished in time to try to get it fully finished by Christmas. So that is where we're at on Christmas Fawn. So cute. Also, I learned if you mess up on perforated paper, you have to be very careful whenever you are frogging, because I almost ripped the perforated paper when I first started, thinking I could just pull the floss. Don't do that. Also, I had a needle. Not sure if you can really see this. Needle down, rest in peace. It is, there we go. It is bent. I have a bent needle, but I'm saving it just until this piece is done. Then I'll take a picture to remember the needle and give it the boot. So that also happened while I was frogging. This is why I don't frog. Okay, so that's Christmas fun. This was for the mountains theme. I chose it for mountains. Normally I do a magazine piece for my theme piece, but I really wanted to get some good work into this adorable deer to get it done before Christmas. So I put that in there, and just because I have this laying here. So all of the floss for this, I put on this little floss drop, and this floss drop was created by one of my table mates. Her name is Julia from, oh, did I write it down? Julia B and Stitches, I believe, on Instagram. She does a lot of full coverage stitching, and she's just a fantastic human being, very nice. But she made these floss drops. They're like, they're 2-ply cardstocks. They're nice and thick. And then it had the large hole, and then I really appreciated the 2 smaller holes, one kind of far away so you could have whatever you needed on there. But I like that I could have my full skein here and then whatever I'm actually working with on the smaller hole next to it. So that was really fun. But anyway, came in handy for this particular project. So that was Christmas fun. Okay, the next thing that I have been working on, or most recently working on, was a new start. So this was a new start at Stitch West. In fact, I only brought new starts to Stitch West. I brought 2 of them. I have both of them in this pile. So I worked on this for 2 days at Stitch West, which, you know, you're talking and chatting, and I was only stitching for, I think the longest day that I was there, I logged 6 hours of stitching. The other day I logged like 4 hours of stitching because there's a lot of talking. And one of the nights, because we had family in town, I left a little bit early to spend some time with family. So anyway, this is Frankenstein Sampler by Stitchy Prose, which I got from Garon. It will eventually look something like this. I'm stitching this one on a piece of Color and Cotton. It was a Fabric Club piece called Requiem. It's from July 2020, and it's a 32 count. That. And let's see. And then I'm stitching it with the called for flosses, which I believe are predominantly Weeks Dye Works. So I got this far. If I can hold this up. There we go. So we're right here. So you can't see the colors perfectly. Let me see if I can put it on top of this board. Okay. It's a little better. Okay. So the colors in real life are extremely vibrant. Like, we have these blues. It's like a very pretty teal, bright blue. And then you've got some warm browns in there. There's an orange which really pops from the rest. This is actually a deep purple. It's just not coming through the greatest with the lighting and on camera. And then some really pretty green, right? So I got through all of this. I realized there's actually quite a bit of counting involved because, well, it was a square with a whole lot of lines, but so far so good in that. And we are in this little section here. Now, I'm just realizing, if you couldn't see the look on my face, that according to this square here, this tree has light green leaves coming down. Now I did find it odd that it was the same color, but I thought maybe these lines were supposed to represent fallen leaves. But you can see I don't have light green leaves. And this looks a little funny, but once it's all done, it'll look normal. I don't have light green leaves. So I will have to go back to my chart and figure out maybe the colors just looked close, or maybe there's a misprint on the chart. Not sure just yet, but because I just noticed this is way the wrong color, we'll be taking these out. So anyway, at the retreat, I stitched basically this line here and then a lot of this area, and I just pulled this back out. This was one of the O's in the raccoon acrostic, and so I've done 2 hours of stitching on this guy so far this month. It was supposed to go away for the rest of the month, but I am going to frog. I'm going to frog this before I put it away just so that I don't forget and figure out what color is it supposed to be. We'll find out. So, Frankenstein sampler. It is my dive into samplers. You will hear I have quite a few samplers slotted for 2024, an official sampler stitcher next year. But this counts because it has an alphabet and it literally says sampler in the name. So it counts. All right, the next one that I have slotted to work on and have been working on is Jack Frost's Tree Farm by Little House Needleworks. So I've been working on part 1 for quite some time now. Part 1 has the most stitches only because it's the whole block, like across the whole top, right? So that whole top area, this is the top banner. So it's longer than the rest of them, so it's taking longer. And it usually only gets like a couple hours at a time of stitching. So we are there. I'm stitching this one. I think it was on the called for. Let's see. I got this one from an LNS and I got it as a whole kit. So I bought all 7 parts of the series as well as the floss and the fabric. So all of it together. It was a big purchase, but they had it all sitting out so I could see the whole thing together and I just fell in love with it. So one day it'll be all together. It'll be on my wall. Maybe it'll stay up longer than Christmas. We'll see, but it will be well worth it. All right, so we are, get this folded. We are here. Go sideways. So the house is about done. I need to do the eyes for Santa. We have the sign is just about there. Some trees. So all that I need to finish at this point for this block is I have the rest of the sign. You know, there's some red and stuff missing from here. There's a candy cane here that needs to be finished up. The rest of this tree. And then there's some details amongst these trees and some small snowflakes that go up here. So I have this slotted for, let's see, I have 2 letters for this. So I've got 4 hours to work on this month. I am hoping that I can finish this block in 4 hours. It's not too much left. It's truly just a tree, this guy, some blocks, and some snowflakes. So fingers crossed that I can get this one done. Once this one's done, it's actually going to be staying in my rotation. So you're going to get very used to seeing this because I want to get some of the other blocks done throughout this next year. So that is Jack Frost's Tree Farm, Little House Needleworks. Okay, and then we'll do the other new start from Stitch West. So the other new start that I brought, and you're gonna laugh when you see how much I got done because it was not very much. But I brought a magazine with me because I wanted to stitch on a piece for the Magazine Monthly Challenge while I was there. So, and of course it was around Halloween-ish or October that I went to Stitch West. So I was a Halloween stitcher, even though I'm usually not a Halloween stitcher. I'm definitely Team Christmas, but in this instance I was. So I stitched on a piece from the 2023 Just Cross Stitch Halloween special. And I was stitching, That one has the chart. Stand by. Go. Okay. I started Home Sweet Haunted Home. So right here. And I just did a stitch from stash on this. So I just pulled whatever fabric I had that looks similar and whatever flosses I had that also look similar. So I just have the piece here. When I pull this one back out, I can show you which flosses I used. But I worked on this day one, and day one of a retreat, you know, is like predominantly getting to know your table mates, getting to know the people, seeing all of the swag for sale, talking. There's not a lot of stitching, I don't think, at least for me, that goes on day one. So I actually went to Stitch West with my boyfriend, and because he has family in town, so we kind of flew there together. He saw his family, I did the stitch thing, we met up at night, right? So day one I finish and I get back to the hotel and my boyfriend's like, oh, let's see what you did. Okay. There's a little cloud, tiny cloud, and in the photo, the cloud also does not stick out very much. It kind of, I was thinking about changing colors, but it's the exact same in the demo picture, right? So anyway, I stitched the cloud and I got this many stitches done on this moon. So I folded it up so you could see the color better, but let me just show you. Go. Have this folded in half because it's a much bigger piece than I need, obviously. But yeah, we're here. So anyway, I presented this and I said, look, I got all this done. And he went, is this a scam? He was kidding, of course, but not really, because he was thinking, you've been there for 6-7 hours and you did this much. So that's okay. I got this much started. Not quite a healthy start, as my friend Andrea would say, but it is a start. And this moon, I mean, to be fair, this moon is ginormous. Like, look, it's big. That's a big moon. So I have a lot more stitching of the moon to go. And so you stitch the entire moon. It's just a big giant filled in circle. And then I am going to do the words. I don't know if I'm going to put Home Sweet Haunted Home. I'll do something, but the words are just back stitched on top, so you don't have to leave room for them, so that should be fairly easy. I don't know when this one's going to come back out again, but at some point it will, and I will continue on with the moon and I will get more done because I will probably not be talking the entire time, which is good. So anyway, this one is being stitched on a piece of Be Stitch Me Dusty Cottage. It's a 16 count Aida and it is 16 count. So I'm using 2 strands. Okay, the last piece that I'm going to show you as far as stitching goes before we go into the land of haul and plans, the big box of haul. The last piece I was going to show you is from Owl Forest Embroidery. This is the piece that I have slotted for, let me look at my list here, the A in raccoon. The piece is called Autumn Flowers, so A for Autumn Flowers. And I also have it slotted for the O in raccoon because Owl Forest Embroidery. And I just really love it and I wanted to stitch on it for more than 2 hours. So finished piece will one day look like this. I got this as a kit, so I did not get the fabric. It was just the pattern and the floss. So this, I am stitching mine on a completely different color fabric. So mine is being stitched on a piece of Mystic Fabrics. It's called Cocoa. And I am stitching this 2/2 on a 36 count. So let's see, it goes this way. Yes, it is beautiful. Just gonna throw that out there right now. We are here. I am totally in love with this piece. It is so pretty. I love the tiny little flowers that it has for the border. Like, this is a border. Like, this is by far the most complicated border I have ever stitched, but it is worth it in the end. So all these beautiful little flowers. There are so many colors mixed into this border. I don't know, 8 or 9 colors just for the border piece. So we have that. And then the center of it are the larger flowers. So the bigger flower motifs. We are there. I have this slotted again for 2 more letters. So 4 more hours will be done on this. And then this is gonna stay in my rotation over the next few months. So what I'm trying to do is, although I do have quite a few new starts coming, which you will see some of down here, I'm gonna try to keep the pieces that I really wanna get done in the rotation, which is basically normal, right? But I wanna keep like 3 pieces in my rotation until I finish each of those, because I've been pulling all of these projects out as I'm planning for 2024, and I just have so many that are barely started, or like most of my pieces that I have are basically new starts, because they're ones that maybe I started for Mania or something like that a few years ago, and they've just, with the moving from houses to house and everything else, they've just been living in a tub. So I really want to get all of those things out, and I really want to get some finishes. So I'm going to, the ones I have good progress on, keep them in my rotation, the same 2 to 3 projects, and just keep fitting them in where I can and putting in good work on them. And then, because I don't want to get bored, right, I will throw in my new starts and whatever other ones that I need, maybe magazine pieces for the themes, pop-up challenge pieces, things like that, to keep me from getting bored by my same 3 projects. So fingers crossed that works. We'll see. This one though, you do not have to twist my arm to work on, because like the colors, seriously, they're just like, they're gorgeous, just gorgeous. The only thing I don't like about this is there is not a single bird to be found anywhere on this piece. So I do have a book of sampler motifs, so I might need to incorporate a bird somewhere in here just so I can put it on the dang bird wall. Like maybe this corner is going to have there's the 4 corners, right, are kind of empty. Maybe they need a bird. I don't know. They need something. Okay. That is it for regular stitches. Other things that I have on the immediate plan, I am kitting up a few things. So I am kitting up, well, I have one right next to me. I'm kitting up Bling Tree by the Victoria Sampler. This beauty. Full of bling. I have a bag of bling right here. So kitting this up. I think everything I need is in this bag. I'm just not 100% sure, and I keep leaving this out so I can get to this to really look at it, and I just haven't. So I am finishing that up this weekend. I'm going to be stitching it on a piece of fabric from Stash. I guarantee I have a piece of fabric that will work for this piece. Somewhere in the abyss of that closet, one of the bins has this fabric. So I'm gonna be pulling that. So I have Bling Tree on the very near horizon to start. Then I don't have it printed. I don't have the photo or anything printed out, but I have a full coverage piece that I'm starting. So the top of this haul box is my very first piece of Easy Count Ada. It was it Julia? Yeah, Julia was stitching a full coverage piece at Stitch West, and she was stitching, she uses this Easy Count Ada, and a lot of people who do full coverage will stitch on this type of Ada. I've always wanted to try it. I think it will help me with my counting, and it will help me to figure out how much stitching I've done since it has the blocks for me. I have not joined the 21st century in using anything electronic for my patterns, so I can't just have the tablet or whatever tell me how much I've done. So this will help me with that. we'll see how it goes. So I got a piece of Ada Easy Count Zweigart or something. Obviously it's bigger than this. This just came from Amazon, so it's all folded up. But I am going to be starting this month, even though it's not part of the acrostic, I'm starting Wise Old Owl by Stitches So Beautiful, and it's Stitches So S-E-W Beautiful on Etsy. So I did do a post about this on Carolyn's Facebook group, her Seazook Stitches, or Seazook, yeah, Seazook Facebook group. That's a mouthful. But I did a post on there, so you can go on her Facebook group to see that. Or in my next video, I will have the printout so you can see at least what it will one day look like. When I say one day, I mean one day look like. But I've gotten the floss for the top, basically the top left-hand corner page. So all of those colors I have, and I am starting that this month. So I'm probably starting that on Tuesday, actually. So first easy count, really giving it a go with the full coverage. See how this goes. So kitting that up, kitting up Bling Tree. I am kitting up, got my list here in front of me. The 2021, the Victoria Sampler Sal, the one that the Stitching Mommy completed semi-recently. I saw her piece, it sucked me in. I called Carolyn, I was like, please stitch this with me. I had the actual Sal, I just hadn't done anything with it, right? So we're gonna stitch that this next year. Can't wait for that. So I pulled colors and now I just need to figure out what fabric. Basically I have a lot of fabric to pull is what I have to do. I have to get some fabric for that. And then I am starting Consider the Lilies, which is a official sampler. A very nice sampler, a giant sampler. This, I don't even have fabric big enough to fit this thing. I thought that I did, but I don't. So I'm ordering a giant piece of fabric for that. And yeah, so big plans for next year. I've got one other new start, but it's in this box. So just kitting stuff up. That's basically what I'm doing here. So, all right, haul. We'll go into haul. I got a tiny planner. Tiny, but it's got a bird. I got this at Fry's, the grocery store. I was doing my grocery shopping, and it was my boyfriend who went by and he saw this and was like, this is totally you. And I'm like, this is totally me. So I got a larger planner, which I'll break out in a future video, maybe a planner video or something like that, once I really get it all set it up. But this is just the small one that I'm gonna have out next to my stitchy spot, where I can jot my daily stitches, right? And then I have like just something small, right? Jot down what I stitched on. I've got, so far I have my, ooh, no spoilers, my magazine monthly challenge, acrostics and things like that listed. And then any new starts, any other sals, the huge, right? Something small, but I just love the colors and I love the bird. So got that. Now into this box. So speaking of magazine monthly challenge, while I get this stuff out, we have a pop-up challenge starting that I'm really excited about. So this pop-up challenge starts on November 19th. So if you're not part of the magazine monthly challenge Facebook group, please go, please join. Do answer the questions. There have been more like bots or whatever on there as of late. And so if you don't answer the questions, then you'll get declined until you answer the questions. So answer those. But the event is being run on the event page from the Magazine Monthly Challenge, and it is called the Turkey Trot. So Thanksgiving is coming. So the week of Thanksgiving, we are doing a Turkey Trot challenge where you have to stitch on something with a bird. It does not have to be a turkey. And I have not pulled my piece for this yet because obviously I have a lot of bird pieces. I just don't know which one I want to stitch on for this event. So I'll have that decided in the next couple days. But the whole trot idea is we want you to stitch somewhere different from where you normally stitch. So to participate, you'll have to take a photo of where you normally stitch, which I'm really excited about because I like to see people's stitchy spaces, right? I like to see, where do you sit? What do you use? Do you use a stand? Do you have a good blanket? Like, I love seeing all of that stuff. So post a picture of where you normally stitch and your starting piece. And then in your post in the comments, whenever you're done, it's just 5 hours or 500 stitches. Hopefully that's right. So whenever you finish, then in the comments, you will take a photo of your ending piece and where you trotted to stitch it. So if you went to someone else's house, maybe for the holidays, and you got some stitches in, or if you just decided you were going to uproot from the left side of the couch to the right side of the couch and switch around how you normally do things, if that is the extent of your trot, that is okay. No distance requirements, none of that. But you'll take a photo of where you trotted to and where you did some of your stitching. So if you complete your challenge, which is 5 hours or 500 stitches, then you will be entered into the drawing for a chance to win a $20 gift card from Garan. So again, that starts November 19th. And I don't know what I'm stitching, but I'm stitching something. So, okay. All right, box of haul. Box of haul. So I've got a little bit of fabric. I am part of 2 fabric clubs. So I am part of the Garan Stitchery Fabric of the Month Club from Fox and Rabbit Fabric, and I do the 18 count Aida for that. And then I am also part of the Stitch Me's Fabric Club, and I do 2 things from them. So I get, on the brights, I get a 32 count Lugana, just the regular size, right? And then because I'm trying to branch more into samplers and some other just larger pieces in general, I am trying to build up my fabric stash. So I get a larger piece. I do a 1/2 yard of the Neutrals Club. And I also do a 32 count Lugana because 32 count's my favorite. So this last month from Garan, we have a pretty blue. It's called Glacial Melt. So that, and that's actually pretty true. It's a really nice blue. If you watch Stitching by the Shore, every time I get a blue piece of fabric, that is what I think of. I think Stitching by the Shore would love this. Glacial Melt. Okay, do the fabrics first. In the brights category from Be Stitch Me, it's a nice purple. It's called Nightshade. Like this. And then my neutral, which is, again, I get the 1/2 yard. This is called Sugar Cream Pie. It's a pinky neutral. Looks like it's coming through pretty good. You can see it's kind of like the color of my face in that I have a lot of pink undertones going on. So, but very pretty. No idea what I'm going to stitch on this, but it definitely says sampler or anything else. Okay, then I just got this in the mail. This is from Garan Stitchery. This is Christmas Parade by Cottage Garden Samplings. Looks like this. I don't know when I'm going to stitch this, but I fell in love with it. This Santa is adorable. I love the fox. Like this little deer with his little head up. He's just so cute. Yeah, I just loved it. And I love the gray background with the pop of the white, all of this. Just beautiful. So fell in love with that. It looks like a quick stitch. I don't know. So pick that one up. Stitch West haul. I'll go over, I did quite a bit of purchasing at Stitch West. Not a ton, but you know, you walk around the tables, you see all the pretty things, gotta have it. These are stickers. I didn't buy these. This came, I'll show you what it came with here in just a moment, but stickers look like this. And let's see, what were these from? Maybe. Okay. Yes, these came with the Stitch West exclusive designs by Little Stitch Girl. So we got these stickers, and the stickers match the patterns. So Little Stitch Girl, we got, it was a really nice little story they told also. So Little Stitch Girl, it was a mother-daughter team, and I don't honestly know a whole lot about the designer, but they were adorable. I think it was a mother-daughter team. But one loves winter and the other does not, right? So this one is the one who does not love winter, right? It says, I love when winter starts, but even more when winter departs. Accurate. I also do not like winter, which is why I live in Arizona, right? So you've got this little house right here, and you have the same house on the sticker, and you have the snowman. So that'll be really fun. Same with the trees, right? They're right out of this. So as I stitch these different things, when I get my big planner, which I'll show, I can utilize these stickers for that. So that's exciting. And then the other exclusive chart that we received was called Snow Capped. And this one obviously is, it's just so cute. It's very Quaker, but very winter all together. So winter, Quaker winter scene. Okay, then I did a little bit of shopping at the table. There was a table from, oh, it was a Little Stitch Girl table. So I picked up a couple of charts from them, because it's even better when you can pick up a chart directly from the people who designed it, right? So they had this one fully finished. This is called The Jolliest Santa. Here, I probably would not have just picked it up. I'm like, he's cute, but you know. But they actually had this fully finished on their table, and he was so cute with his little flannel pajamas and his little, look at this, little teeny tiny little present, adorable. So, had to have that. And then, because apparently I'm starting to fall into a little bit more patriotic stitching, which, Andrea, you're rubbing off on me. We have Party Like It's 1776. She also had this one fully stitched and finished. I just thought it was super cute. Right. Then I fell in love with this little bird. It is from Chicklewood Crossing, and they're starting a series of State Featherly Friends series. This is the first one in the series, and they're gonna do all of the birds and state flowers from all of the 50 United States. So the first one up was from Wyoming. It's the Wyoming Meadowlark, and she had this fully stitched there. Looks like this. I'll be starting this one here soon. This is on my top of the kit up pile. Looks like that. Then from the Satsuma Street table, I did a little bit of damage at that table because, again, she had everything stitched and done. So Jody Rice, who is super nice in person, I was just blown away by how nice she was, but she had trees up, Christmas trees, and she had Halloween ornaments and Christmas ornaments all fully finished and hanging from these trees. So I actually got to see these in person, and some of them were already sold out by the time I got up there, because I don't think I visited her table until day 2. So some were sold out, which is probably good for my bank account, but I picked up a few of those. So and that was before I got the Christmas fawn ornament, but I got 3 others. So for my daughter, who is the cat person, I got Mitten Kitten. Looks like this. For myself, because I'm the dog person, I got Puppy Present. And these are all on perforated paper. They're a full kit, and you get the beads and the sequins and all of that stuff. So, looks like that. And then, because this one was just so sweet, and you know, I had traveled to this event with my boyfriend, and so it was just so cute. Look how cute and happy they are. This is a merry pair. Look how cute they are. So I got these guys. This would be a good time because they're a merry pair to mention that as I'm holding up all of these, I am slightly distracted by this ring on my finger. Last weekend, was it last weekend? Weekend before? Sometime very recently, I went to San Diego on just a mini vacation, just for like a 2-day stay. And my boyfriend proposed, and so he is now my fiance, not my boyfriend, but so we have a very pretty ring now. So really excited about that. This was the builder of the bird wall, so one of these days I'll have to bring him on to do one of these videos with me, and he can show off bird wall. Maybe I'll actually have more things hung on said bird wall, but we'll bring him in at some point. But really excited for that. My daughter's excited. More changes, right? Good things. So anyway, a merry pair. Ta-da! This one I just fell in love with because it's birds and it's colorful and I need birds. So this is Winter Welcome. Looks like this. So cute. Yeah, that would totally work. Yep. Even if it's not Christmas time, it'll just stay up because it's got birds, so it counts, right? And then only because Halloween Kitty is so cute, this is like the other side of Halloween Kitty. This is Christmas Cat. She had this one stitched up, and I mean, just look at this little face. So cute. So cute. All right, so that was all of my purchases from Stitch West, as well as the giveaway charts from Stitch West. And now I have really what this box came from. So I had gotten a little bit of bonus money, and I was sitting down thinking, you know, what do I want to, I needed to use some of it on some cross stitch stuff, and I wanted some type of like big project or something. So while I was at Stitch West, someone had stitched up the Nora Corbet, no, it was the Mirabilia Santa. It's this one. So someone had stitched this. It was on the brag table, and it was the most beautiful thing. It literally took my breath away. It was so gorgeous in real life, and I had to have it. So I was thinking about this guy, and I just started to picture, what if I had this guy, not here, but like in the living room or something like that. What if I had this glorious Santa along with the sleigh and all of the reindeer? So that is where I used my grand cross-stitch gift money to purchase. So we have the Mirabilia Santa along with, that's the bulk of this box here, the sleigh. This is what I am kitting up. This is the last thing that I'm kitting up this month to start. I'm going to start the sleigh in December. And so I'm going to start with this piece. And to be honest, it'll probably take me the dang year to finish the sleigh. But maybe not. It didn't look too bad when I took a peek. So we have the sleigh. I did not get all of the beads and everything. I got the beads for this because I was doing it first. But number one, a lot of the beads you share. And number two, that's a lot to pick up all at one time, right? I already picked up a bunch of charts. So we have the sleigh, the Santa. I'm moving my other Miras that I just fell in love with. And then I got all of the reindeer, which you guys have seen and you'll see again as I one day get to them. But all the reindeer were picked up. So I just thought it would be so classic and so pretty if I had all of those one day done and up on the wall. A beautiful kind of passed down thing. So very pretty. So I have all of those. Then I fell in love with a few other Miras. I just feel sometimes if you don't buy them when you see them and love them, obviously they go away. So And my hair is a little crazy, but that's okay. We're here for stitching, right? Not for hair. So anyway, so I got this other Christmas right here. This is, what is she called? There we go. Miss Christmas Eve by Nora Corbet. Looks like this. And we have Lily of the Woods. She's so pretty. This is a new one. This was Blackbird, which I really just fell in love with this one because of all the birds and the colors. She's very classic looking. And I mean, could you imagine, I mean this, I don't know. I feel like there needs to be more birds, but it would count. There's birds, so they go up on the wall. And then this one, I see many people who have stitched this, and just because of my line of work and because, you know, Lady Justice, I really like her. I love her greens. I love what she stands for. So I picked this one up. Again, some of these, I just picked them up because I don't want them to go away in a time that I want to stitch them in the future. So that's the bulk of this box. Beyond that, I did a small bit of purchasing from Lindy Stitches, and we have Porch Possum. So cute. Who knows when I'll stitch this, but adorable. And what I actually went on there to purchase was this moth by Kathy Barrick. So I took my daughter recently to a butterfly museum pavilion thing. She loves bugs, she loves butterflies, she loves moths, she loves all things nature. But she really, really loves, I forget what kind of moth this is. She will give me a hard time for not remembering, but we actually saw one of these moths, and they're ginormous in person, but we saw one of these hatching, and we sat and we watched this for a long time. So I wanted to stitch this for her so she can put it up in her room. So I went on to, I saw that this was being sold off of the Lindy Stitches website, so I picked it up. It is BR's Moth by Kathy Barrick. Apparently moths are in right now because I see all kinds of moth motifs, which is funny. Like a couple years ago, it was all about the squirrels, and then it was all about the bees, and now it's like moths. I don't know. I'm waiting for the time it's about the birds. It's coming. Then while I was there, because it has birds, Kathy Barrick, she's one of my favorite designers, I picked up Thomas. So, love it. Love the yellow. Love the bird. Super cute. Okay. Oh, and then of course I have my beads. These are the beads for the sleigh. Looks like this. Okay. So that was a box of haul. That box was like 30 minutes of this 53-minute video-ish. So lots of haul. I'm not going to go too deep into next year's plans because I think that's a whole separate video. I just wanted to say thank you for watching. If you've made it this far, leave me some comments if you have any questions, comments, any of these charts that you have. If you are going to be starting them in the near future or have already started them, let me know so I'm jotting down the ones that I really want to get to stitching. Using Instagram a little bit more, so that has been fun, getting to log in and see nothing but photos, just photos of beautiful stitching. So if you have an Instagram where you started one of these, then let me know in the comment. That's about it. So I will say this is going to be one of the last big haul videos you see from me. Clearly there was some money spent on these, but there will be some fun stitching that goes along with it. But next year with, you know, wedding plans, whatever that looks like, I don't know. But with all the big changes and everything else going on, I am going to be really trying to say, you know, what do I need? What do I want? And, you know, try to stitch a little bit more from stash than what I do right now. Which, as long as I'm actively stitching, that's a little bit easier. The only thing I have to do is do like one of these, when you guys are showing all of these beautiful new releases. So I'm not doing a full stitch from stash, but I will be limiting my purchases to, I have my 2 Fabric of the Month clubs. I'm not signing up for any other patterns or flosses. I have a million. I'm not signing up for any of those. And the only things that I will be purchasing are things that are like limited releases, right? Like Garan Stitchery, you know, they have their boxes that they put out every so often. I might still pick those up. Something that I can only get right then and there and wouldn't be able to pick up at a future time. That's all I'm planning on picking up. Now, if I finish some of these big pieces, there might be some other purchases if I need help in kitting something up that I can't actually pull from stash. But for me, some of the fun is actually swapping out colors and stuff. So we'll see what that looks like. But that is all in the future. So for right now, I am focused on my magazine monthly challenge, the acrostic, stitching, pulling a winner from my last video, getting that done, and getting back on here to film with you guys in the next week or 2. So that is my short-term goal, and that is as far as I care to look right now. So happy stitching, everybody. Talk to you later.